Hello and welcome to episode 18 of Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, the 𝐷𝐼DIS Diddy Sky. Episode 18. Can you believe it? We're already 18 years old. I cannot believe it. What a show we have in store for you tonight. I am so super excited because these two individuals take care of me. They keep me looking youthful and make sure that I am beat when I'm on the red carpet or presenting a show or doing something special. So we are going to have a good time tonight. But listen, I wouldn't have a show if it weren't for my co-host. I call him the man behind the meme. Give it up for the voice of God, Major.
Didi, I want to start off by saying I am so sorry because I pushed the wrong button. Yes. I know I saw your face. And I just wanted everybody in podcast land to know I was supposed to run an ad at the very beginning of this show, and I totally did not run that ad. So Didi, that is on me.
And I was looking like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah, that deer in the headlights is all on me, Didi. I will take that. Can we pretend like that didn't happen? We're gonna start over from the very top.
No.
Okay. Are we just gonna roll with it?
We'll make sure that we get paid for that. Trust me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm not gonna mess that up. We'll make sure.
Don't can me, boss, because I need to stick around for a bit.
Whatever. How was your holiday? Your Thanksgiving holiday?
You know what, Didi? I just kind of keep it low key. And I just kind of peruse the internet and see what other people are doing, and that's my joy. I did by chance get to see your holiday. I saw that you were enjoying your holiday. And by the way, you did not invite me, Didi. I thought we were on a path.
Well, we didn't have lamb chops. So I figured you didn't want to come.
But yeah, you definitely were getting it in, man. I'm gonna show y'all. Is it okay if I show them what you were getting into?
Well, I guess so. I have no idea what it is. I'm a little nervous.
Well, don't be nervous.
Gotta go it up, not the one who make the rules. Left, right. Let me see you do it. Left, do it, right. Do it, do it, right. Do it, left. Do it, right. Do it, left. Do it, right. Do it.
You say,
Didi. You weren't playing no game.
What's up? My nieces are going to probably kill me, but I love it.
I tell you,
listen, Brittany, Bria, Anaya, Nyla. I had no idea that Major was going to put us on Front Street, but
y'all were having a great time. Y'all had the matching pajamas and everything. Where did y'all get those pajamas?
We did. That would be a commercial break that we don't have any financial support from.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to give away the money. My apologies.
Oh gosh, but yes, we all ordered our pajamas, PJs. Listen, I had a wonderful, very blessed Thanksgiving because my family came. We had it was almost like 30 people. We had three houses in Florida, in Orlando. We rented these Airbnbs and we just went and had fun at each other's houses. And then I had a really great surprise that I'm gonna tell y'all about later.
That's pretty dope. Was y'all doing the ceiling challenge? It looked like it was all females.
It was. We just wanted to do the dance because when I get around my nieces and with Geno, my cousin Geno, we become the TikTok Tusies. And we have to do a TikTok. So that's what that was all about.
Did y'all do the ceiling challenge though?
No, we didn't.
Do you even know what? Y'all don't know what that is?
I don't.
Oh well, Didi, this is the ceiling challenge.
It's too soon. Push the button.
All right, hold on. So her ceiling challenge didn't go as well as some of the other ones that I saw.
Okay, so
that's not how it was supposed to go. But that was for all you young ladies out here doing that ratchet ceiling challenge. Would y'all please stop doing that?
Yeah, that wasn't on my bucket list to do.
Okay, I'm glad you weren't doing that.
So a lot has been trending. So since we were together last, Major, Diddy was sued by his ex Cassie. And it was settled by the time we woke up that next morning.
We say Diddy was sued by Cassie.
Absolutely not. Yes, for abuse, sex trafficking, a slew of other things. But of course, Diddy being the entertainment business guru that he is, made sure that his team settle that thing quick. No court. We're not doing all that. Go ahead and settle it. My question to you, Major, is: does settling imply guilt?
Hell yeah. Yes. Let's not even what? Come on, man. Ain't no way in the world somebody would say that about
He
me.
was like, "You will not pull out receipts on me." I'm not.
If they'd have said something like that about me and I wasn't guilty, it would have been no settlement. We could have. But then again, you know what? He might have been right, because those type of things tend to tear people down, no matter if you're innocent or guilty.
Well, and
so
that's
I do know that. I do know
that's happening, because my stance was, once Pandora's box was open, that the floodgates were definitely going to overflow, honey. And so now there are certainly, some additional claims that are coming out and coming through. Yeah, just real. It's real unfortunate. And the other piece of it for me is, because they said that drugs were involved, and some of the other claims also say that drugs were involved. If drugs were involved, and if he is now this new love, and a new rejuvenated person who is, doing better in his life, he may not even remember half of the stuff that he's done.
Yo, but what about the women that come back like 30 years later, though? Should they have, you know what I mean? Like after somebody else done come out, now you jumping on the bandwagon. Is that fair?
Well, they on their way. They are definitely on it. They're on their way. And they probably have receipts.
Do you think they probably got receipts? Okay.
From 30 years, they've been keeping receipts, because they told people, people didn't listen. And this is the thing too, because I had this conversation with someone else who also asked that question, like, where did these people come from 30 years later? A lot of times we're just hearing about it in the news and it feels like it's 30 years later. But to victims or someone who is claiming to be victimized, they've been telling, they've been sharing, and at that time, no one would listen. Everybody was like, girl, go sit down. You was out there and did that one night stand with Diddy or whatever it was. But, again, just it's just sad. Yeah. It's just not good. So yeah, definitely.
Well, hey, it'll be what it's gonna be, Didi.
It's gonna be. Now, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Definitely be what it's gonna be. Yes, we are so glad that you guys are with us tonight. Listen, I see Rachel Lewis is in the house. My girl, yours truly, April. Hey, Bria. Yes, you saw our video. You are.
Y'all saw Didi turn it up.
Famous.
Turn it up as per usual, Didi. Didi don't slow down, boy. I can't keep up with Didi. My God.
About to be world star famous. Oh God. Shouts out to Levi Q in the house and Loretta. Listen, we want you guys to always like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are watching right now on my Facebook Live, don't go over to YouTube right now. I want you to stick and stay where you are. I want you to share this with all of your friends, your family. Tell them to hop on in, because they definitely want to get into this conversation tonight. So log in, tell your friends, tell your family, hop on in, share that live right there on your Facebook page, and then go on over after the show and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Woo! Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to hop on in. I'm excited about our guest tonight.
I am too, Didi.
Of course, November is National Healthy Skin Month. So I wanted to bring the cream of the crop when it comes to skincare and makeup application. So our first guest tonight has the only pair of hands that I trust with this mug, darling, to make sure that, honey, that she is blemish free, taking care of my little, I called them moles, but she straightened me out. She had to tell me, she had to educate me and say, no, they're DPNs, and she'll tell you what that stands for. It's my girl, and it's not only my face that she takes care of. There are plenty of celebrities' faces. They trust her hands. Give it up for my girl, Dawn Areaux. Dawn.
Hey, boo. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's so good to see you, Dawn. I know you are extremely busy, and I am just so honored to have you on the show. We've been talking about you appearing,
for a while now.
for a while, definitely for a while. But let's hop right in. Let's talk about your background and how you became an expert at skincare, because you threw in a name. Is it Aesthetician? Am I pronouncing that right?
Aesthetician with an A, not with an E. There's two different spellings, mean two different things.
Two different things. And you are an aesthetician.
An aesthetician. It's pronounced the same. It's just spelled different.
Spelled differently. Wow.
Different education.
Are you serious? See, I never knew that. And so an aesthetician is someone
with an E that works is that spa grade esthetician, and A is medically inclined, and so it's usually continuing education, extra certifications, and whatnot. However, there are some girls out there spelling their name with an A that should not be, because they have not got proper education to claim that. But it is what it is.
Oh, because they don't know. No.
And clearly you know what it is.
Right. And now I know. I'm being I'm always educated, and that's what this show is all about. But how did you become an expert at LMA?
So I started out as a makeup artist my senior year of high school, and really got into that. And then over time, I worked at WIS, WLAE in New Orleans, the local channel in New Orleans, worked for Turner Broadcasting. I was planning to go out to California to get into FX makeup, film makeup. And so I needed a license to do that. I went to cosmetology school first. In the process of me in cosmetology school, I got pregnant for my son. I was 20. And so I've still yet to make it out to California, still to this day. But I really enjoyed the skincare part of cosmetology, and just decided to delve into that. I did hair briefly, maybe for half of a year. Couldn't cut hair to save my life. I was cutting holes in everybody's head, but I was great with color. Makes sense. I was a makeup artist, Right. And so I went back to school and got into aesthetics and just completely fell in love with it, And that was in 1999. Right. And then I jumped right into plastic surgery right out of school. I had a friend that was working, and she was going on maternity leave. She said, hey, can you cover me for 3 months? And then I jumped in, and that I've been in medical ever since. So I jumped right into medical from day one.
I love it. I love it. And so I am again, this show is about entertaining, engaging, and educating. And so we are, we're here to educate. And when I'm speaking on an education professional basis, I make sure that I bring the right people on the show. And so
it's important, for sure.
Of course. And so I did it right, of course, bringing my girl Dawn here. Okay, so this question is coming up. We're gonna go ahead and get it on out the way. You're from New Orleans, right?
Born and raised
New Orleans. Yeah, baby.
I just got back too. I was just the past week. I took a break. So
yeah, baby. I'm
bloated and fat, 18 months.
So we all
that's how you got to do it. So,
So you're from New Orleans. Yeah. Being a New Orlean, are you considered Creole or no? Educate me on that.
I am. I'm French Creole. Actually, that's my roots. And
so you're French Creole.
Pretty much a good bit of almost everybody, I want to say in New Orleans, have some form of a Creole root, and it just has to do with it's a melting pot down there.
Right.
It's just everything culminated into one African American, European, Native American, Indian. And so it just depends on how much you have of the background, what color you're going to be, and what your features are going to be. And so to look at me, you would never know. But I do have French Creole roots, and that's my lineage, it's my background. So
and so and I'm inquiring,
color people.
I'm inquiring because you and I talked about this, and we were like, people go, they have things to say like, well, how does this white woman, know how
to deal with black skin?
Right?
Yeah. Because there are black estheticians, black doctors out there messing up black skin. Here I am, peach me. I'm not white, I like to say peach.
Yes.
Fixing all the mishaps. So that's
absolutely. And so how did you decide, what made you actually steer, or how did you start to get more clients in with people of color and become such an expert at, people of color's skincare?
Right. So, I started out practicing in New Orleans, and we have the Creole community there, a lot of dark skin. So I learned from jump pretty much how to treat dark skin what to do, what not to do. And there you go. That's one of my patients. He did a complete 360. His before and afters are absolutely amazing. I mean, really, it's crazy. But yeah, so I mean, I learned from jump how to treat dark skin types, and it's like second nature to me. But there's a lot that go behind it. I mean, it takes a lot. Like, for example, when you do chemical peels with dark skin, you got to use something a little stronger because it's proven that African American or ethnic skin is thicker, but it's sensitive all at the same time. So it's a slippery slope. And unless you understand backgrounds and talking to people, you can really mess people up, get people burned. And that's what's happening a lot. And so I'm having to fix a lot of mishaps. And so, so learning on dark skin, and then when I moved here, I mean, I worked in dermatology. I was in dermatology for 12 years where I specialized. I met Terry Vaughn, and I think that's what really kind of kicked it off. She came in to see me. It's funny because I didn't know who she was before she came in. I mean, it is what it is, you know. And so she came in, and because I really didn't know who I treat everyone the same. That's just me, you know. So there's no special treatment there. But she came in and she was going through some issues, major issues with her skin, and I got her straight, and no one else could get her straight all those years, and I did. And since then, her skin's been good, but she does listen to everything I say and follow every instruction to the T.
That's right. That's
but
right.
It's all about simplicity. And it's all about, and she does not wear makeup when she is not working. She does not work. She lets her skin breathe. And that's one of the biggest reasons I'm seeing people break out is makeup, dirty makeup, tools, implements, and all that. That's what's doing it.
Absolutely.
You know? And diet and our water system in Atlanta. That's the big things right now for me. I'm seeing.
Right. And those things are key, everything that you pinpointed. And so when I transition over to Geno, our celebrity makeup artist, he's going to dive into, you know, the care for your makeup brushes, the type, how often you need to change them out, and all of that good stuff. But Dawn, what is healthy skin? Give a definition of what that is.
Healthy skin is a naturally pH skin type that is just in complete harmony. And it just goes to like with products. I mean, like with that, I'm like, simplicity is everything. I'm just all about keeping skincare really, really simple, but having some key factors in there. But it's just all about the skin's biome, natural biome. It's the pH level. You've got to have it around a 5.5. If you drop below a 5.5, you're in the acidic range. And so that is when you have acne or you have oily skin. If you hop above the 5.5, it's alkaline range. So your skin's dehydrated and dry. So you really want to try to stay at that 5.5 neutral level. And so that's a healthy skin type. And so it does take a lot of work, you know, and maintenance and just consistency to keep it at that. That's right. Just like a car, like you have a car, you have to get oil changed. You know, same thing with the skin. You've got to keep up with it, you know, and it's not just coming in to get facials and get skin treatments. You got to be consistent with your products, and you got to use good products.
That's right. That's right.
That's the key. That's the biggest key, and not jumping around between skin care lines. Use it for a month. I don't see anything. I'm trying something new. I see it all the time. It's crazy.
Right.
Like, just sit down for a little while.
Stop.
Let the products work. Right.
Calm down. Exactly. Because does your skin have to become kind of acclimated to that treatment before? Because a lot of times when you're dealing with when you're dealing at home or personally, you're trying to battle or combat acne and things like that, and you're doing all of these different things, you want immediate results. People want.
I got to talk about her in a second. Her issue was diet. She cut out beef, red meat, and look at her skin. We tried everything. She'd seen every dermatologist known to man, and she came to me and I said, "Stop doing everything."
Wow.
I cut you off, but I just saw her picture. She's amazing. She's a Mexican singer. She's a doll. I love her. But I mean, she's always has to wear makeup. She's in front of the camera or whatnot. And we had been through everything, and I got it clear, but there was one little link missing. And I said the diet. And then she had a cousin of hers who stopped eating beef and skin cleared. She was like, "I'm just going to try it." Lo and behold, bam! Like literally within 3 weeks, her skin cleared.
Yes,
so that's the diet part.
Right.
So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of working and moving parts to skin health and all that. Yeah, I love her. She's such a doll.
Right.
But she's come a long way, and she's been through the ringer.
Right. And so what I was saying was, like you said, she's come a long way. And so that's sometimes your skincare requires a journey. It's not going to be an immediate result. You may have to do some things that's going to take some time, but you have to be patient. So talk about that.
And you have to be, you have to be consistent. I mean, with using skincare, nothing is overnight, first off, you know, especially with African American, with darker skin types. It takes a little longer to see results sometimes. You have to ease into certain products, certain ingredients,
Right.
because you have to let the skin kind of accept it, and then with consistency, usually by the month of the third month, by 90 days, that's when you really start to see kind of movement in the skin. And it's just consistency and staying with it, and so, and sometimes with some people have sensitive skin, you have to kind of ease into products. Start off on a lower level. For example, like with Retin-A, you got to start off on a 0.25, and you have there's 3 tiers, and you have to kind of work your way up and get your skin acclimated. You can't jump into the strongest thing, because then your skin's going to be raw. You can have a burn. You can have an issue that it can be definitely avoided.
Right. So listen, guys. We want you to ask your questions, be engaged. Dawn is here to answer any questions that you may have. So join on in. Dawn, how much does stress or our mental health and physical health issues affect? Because we said diet. Now, how much does these other things affect our skin?
I mean, the nervous system. I mean, anytime you're like mentally thrown off, or you're having like issues psychologically, it can affect the skin. Stress can affect the skin. The lack of sleep due to stress can affect the skin as well. And so, I think you can't get rid of stress. I mean, it's life. We have stress. It is what it is. But just trying to kind of take a break, take self-care time, and just like breathe, drink some water, and just try to keep, level-headed, we'll say.
Right.
But stress, that does have a little bit of issue with the skin and the lack of sleep. That does kind of
Right. So April says food does have a lot to do with your skin. I'm trying to change up what I eat to more organic foods. That's very good, April.
Farm to table for sure.
Right. So what part does, especially like oily foods, all the things that we love, babies, because some fried chicken.
I mean, I'm from New Orleans. I know everything starts with a root, girl. So it's oil and flour, and so that does affect the skin too, and they can cause some breakouts for sure. Sugar, gluten, the meat, like I said, dairy meat. I mean, dairy comes from the cows. Right. The reason why people are having issues with the beef and dairy is because these farmers are pumping these cows with all these extra hormones, right?
Of course.
And of course, the hormone in a woman's body can emulate testosterone, right? And so that's causing breakouts and acne. On some people, you don't see it because they're not sensitive to it, but other people, like my patient, you just saw the picture before and after, she's very sensitive to it. So cutting that out helps. Now with the milk, dairy as well, because it comes from these cows that do have the hormones. These farmers are pumping them up with those hormones because the bigger the cow, the more paycheck they get, but they don't think of the consumer. And there's leucine, leucine, I'm pronouncing it wrong, which is a chemical that's in cows and milk and the meat and all that. It's like an enzyme, actually. That's a chemical enzyme. It does cause the boost of oil production in the sebaceous glands or oil glands. And so there's that too. So that's a side note. So I'm like, I try to stay away from beef. I live on seafood. And being from New Orleans, we eat seafood, fish.
Right.
And I do pretty good. Now, I don't have, luckily, any skin problems, but I tell people that farm to table, try not to eat processed food. Try to, regulate the beef. If you can stay away from the beef. Some people love steak. Do it in moderation. Drink a lot of water. Water helps flush out your lymphatic system.
Yes.
It'll help. It's not going to cancel it out, but it'll help your system. Diet is huge.
What are those? Right. What are those 3 tips at home? So once they come in to see you and you assess what's needed and what needs to be done on your end.
Right.
What are those 3 things at home that you find yourself frequently telling your customers to do, your clients to do?
It's really using the right products, and then, when they first come in, the first thing I'm doing is doing a thorough consultation. I sit down with everyone, and honestly, there's no time where I can be 15, 30 minutes. I'll spend an hour talking to someone, going through the whole routine. But, I try to, I have my own skincare line. I try to get them on that. Some people are on a budget. So I'll find something less expensive for them to use, but then you got to use a cleanser. You got to wash morning and night. You got to double cleanse at night,
Right.
That's kind of how it goes. Exfoliation, cell turnover. That's a big thing in keeping your skin healthy as well, because sometimes if you don't exfoliate, dead skin cells build up and it's like a shell. And within that shell, it harbors bacteria that causes acne too. So you have to exfoliate. And sunblock is the best anti-aging product you will ever have. I don't care what color. I don't care if you're purple with pink polka dots.
Right.
Everyone needs sunblock, like seriously, The sun's stronger than it's ever been because our ozone layer is thinning more and more and more. So even my darkest of skins, you guys, I know that you were grown up and they said, oh, you don't need sunblock. You have melanin, you're fine. That's your sunblock. And that's not true, And so I see a lot of people with damage from childhood, my dark skinned women, that comes back to haunt them after about 45, 50, boom, they have all this melasma, they have hyperpigmentation.
Exactly.
So those are the three things: cleansing, exfoliating. You want to use a good sunblock daily, and then a good moisturizer, for nighttime. That's 4 products.
Right. Okay.
So I'm all about simplicity.
Yes, and you are, because I come and guys, you see the post that I actually place on my social media, and I only endorse what I believe in and what works, right? And for me, and so I am consistent with my visits with Dawn. I go in and we do facials. We tackle my DPNs. Dawn, tell them I called them moles. I was like, when I first went in and met Dawn, I said I would like to get rid of these moles that I have.
I'm like, girl, sit down. It's not moles. DPN stands for dermatosis papulosa nigra, and it's just it's kind of a characteristic of skin that is mixed, that has a mixed lineage. And usually it's by African American that has either Irish or an English lineage background. You'll see them. And they usually pop up later on in life. However, sometimes you'll see them in teenage years. You'll see them. But they look like moles, but they're not moles. If they were a mole and I removed them, they will come right back because they have deep cells. Right. The DPNs basically is just a superficial. It's like a freckle, but raised. So it's just, so you come in and then what I do is I use a tool and kind of singe them. And then with with a week and a half, they start kind of falling off. And
they do.
Initially, come back.
So I had Dawn laughing when she was doing my treatment, and I was like, "Girl, you got fried chicken in here."
It was so funny.
It was funny.
Because you can smell it sometimes, because I'm using a tool that doctors use in surgery to cauterize, except on a very much smaller percentage of heat, we'll say.
Exactly.
Just enough to kind of singe the skin a little bit and disrupt the skin. So sometimes it can smell fun. So her fried chicken face.
I definitely had. Dawn had me smell like fried chicken. It's almost time for me to smell like fried chicken again because she's
got some new ones.
I got some new ones that popped up and we need to take care of them, which leads me to my next question. Are there certain treatments that are done during specific times of year?
Yeah, that DPN removal for sure is in the fall and the winter. Chemical peels I only do in the fall and the winter, just because after the peel, your skin really it's compromised. It has to heal, and especially with dark skin, you don't want to have sun exposure because UV light is going to cause hyperpigmentation and a major issue. And then you're going to end up taking steps backwards where the treatment we did, you're going to have all this extra hyper. So we're going to have a whole nother condition to treat.
And
I see people all the time, estheticians, we can do peels during the summertime. I'm like, I don't do that. I'd rather be safe and get you good results than having to take extra steps because you've been in the sun and you have all this other extra stuff. Like we're working towards a goal. I'd rather be safe and do it the right way. So in the winter and the fall, you do any kind of treatment that's going to kind of disrupt the skin, whether it's a peel or DPNs coming off, like that kind of a thing. You want to just do it. Resurfacing lasers, there's quite a few different things that I don't like to do in the summer. Summer, I can do some microneedling, regular microneedling, facials, dermaplaning.
Dermaplaning is one of my absolute favorites because I have these little peach fuzz hairs. And then I tell Dawn, I'd be like, girl, I'm looking like Rick Ross.
Oh God, I need shit. Yeah, I know. And that's like being a pretty V that comes to see me. She says, I need to scrape. I'm like, oh.
Right. Oh my goodness. Now let's talk to the guys before you go, Dawn. I've noticed that you have men who actually come in to see you. I do. Talk about men and their skincare. We showed a picture of one guy, but let's talk about men and the skincare routines, which actually 𝐬𝐤𝐿 just inquired about. What are the best steps for males to take care of their skin?
Same thing that women do, men need to do. They ain't no different. They can use the same products. The only thing I do with my guys is sometimes with chemical peels, they require a stronger peel.
Right.
Because the skin's more dense. But other than that, everything my women are doing, men should be doing. And, they're not going to do that many steps because I'd be lucky if I get them to use some moisturizer and some cleanser.
Right.
But if they can at least use a good cleanser, keep their skin clean, exfoliate, and sunblock, 3 steps, I'm good. And I ease into it. You got to take baby steps with my men. It's like, all right, this time let's try this.
Yes.
And then a couple months, add this in. And that's kind of how I ease into it. Before you know it, you got a whole regimen going in and realize, oh, wow.
Exactly. And then we're taking care of those razor bumps and things like that as well.
Ingrown hair, folliculitis is a big thing I deal with my dark skinned men that come in. Yeah, the laser hair removal is the best thing for it, you know, because you have to get to the root of the problem to treat it. And I can treat hyperpigmentation all day, but as long as that follicle is still active, you're going to keep on getting the shaving bumps and ingrown hairs. And so, yeah, I have a lot of men that come in. Yep.
Oh boy, Dawn, I love you so much.
I love you too,
so much for joining us. Tell everyone how they can follow you on your social media. If they want to make an
you can definitely follow me on Instagram, MediSkin Pro or core_skin. Those are my two pages. I try to keep up with the Core Skin page. I have a lot going on, so my MediSkin Pro page, you'll see a lot of stuff. And I promise, guys, I'm going to be more active in the future. This past half of a year has been a little insane for me. So, but I'm going to get back on it. Then that's my website. Website is CoreMedicalSkincare.com. You can go to my website.
Absolutely.
And on there. And I'm working on an online store within my website for products. So you can purchase my products.
And guys, I use your products.
Yep.
That's right.
Core Cosmeceuticals. And you'll see that on my website within the next month or two. We're working on that. Getting the store up and running. So so it'll be more convenient.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, honey.
Anytime, honey.
Next week. I think
I know, girl. I'm going to see you religiously.
Okay. All right. Have a good night. Thank you, sweetie.
Love you. Bye.
Love you.
Discover your new addiction with 𝐲𝐿 by Geno. Luxury makeup brushes by celebrity makeup artist Geno Freeman. This line of pristine makeup wands are tried and tested for a perfect blend. Engineered with a unique combination of natural and synthetic fibers to create an ultimate set of brushes that are soft to touch and durable for all application processes. The order includes a set of 10 brushes and a leather traveling case. To make a purchase, visit 𝐲𝐿byGeno.com. That's 𝐻𝐼SKEDBYGENO.com. Add luxury to your makeup kit with 𝐲𝐿 by Geno.
Okay, so Geno, before you come out and yell at me, I'm sorry. I was supposed to run that in the beginning. Geno, you're my boy. I'm sorry, Geno. Don't talk about me too bad, Geno. I did. There it is. I'm sorry about that. I don't get me, man.
Oh, you know he will. So Major just gave him a very minimum introduction, but we're going to go ahead and introduce our next guest tonight. He has beat the faces of many celebrities. Okay, we're talking about Blair Underwood, model Christy Brinkley, the late Miss Cicely Tyson, and many, many more. Mine as well. Give it up for our next guest, my cousin. Yes, he is. We really cousin. We are
my homeboy. My homeboy.
Don't try to Don't try to.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I try to
give you a good one. Geno, the artist Freeman, the celebrity. Cousin.
Hey. That Major. Woo.
Right. You see him trying to sweeten you back up, trying to just get back in.
Don't try to sweet talk me. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
So, cousin, I'm so glad that you are on the show today. Of course, it's National Healthy Skincare Month. And of course, we had my girl Dawn on with us to talk about the processes of keeping our skin nice and healthy. And we want to move into those things that we can do, of course, to make our skin beautiful and radiant when we wear makeup and we need to go out and just look extremely fabulous. But before we get started, I have to say congratulations on the strike being suspended.
I know. Listen.
I know. Listen. But you ready to get back to work?
It's time. It's been time. It's been time. But I look at the best part of everything. Some of us probably needed this break to really hone in the skills that we were doing prior to working to Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? I got back to my roots. I started the artist tour, as you know.
Exactly.
So it allowed me to go out and teach and and touch people that I don't get the chance to touch all the time. So it was great for me. It was great.
Right. Well, I was going to ask that a little bit later, but that's a great segue. Tell everyone about really briefly about your artist tour that you started to do again, which is something that you were doing anyways, that you were teaching classes, but then you started it back up during this time.
Yeah, well, what happens is, prior to working in Hollywood, getting my claim to fame, I started teaching classes, because I want to educate people, because working at the Mac counter allowed me to do some, but you can't do too much because you have customer after customer after customer.
Right.
So since I was freelancing, I was able to start doing classes. So once the strike hit, I was already off. Once the strike hit, it was like, okay, Geno, what the heck are you going to do now? You have to do something. It wasn't about money. I just need to do something, because I'm not used to just sitting around doing anything at all.
That runs in our family. We have that earnestly.
The artist tour. Yes.
Right. The artist tour.
Right.
And so
the artist tour. And I was just playing. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. So since, in sitting here, I can hear you now. Sitting here, and I just put something said, post them on social media. Hey, if I did a class, who would come in what city? My DMs and everybody said, come here, come here, come here. And that's how it started.
Right.
That's how it started. And we started the tour.
That's right. And it's been a really great tour. And so, guys, if you would like for Geno to come to your city, definitely reach out to him when he has time, because now he's about to get back on set. But Geno, so we were talking about, of course, skincare. And with you as a celebrity makeup artist, what advice do you have in regards to maintaining healthy skin, especially for those who wear makeup?
Oof, I was told, the thing is, your makeup won't be its best if you don't have a great skincare routine. You have to consistently, like John was saying, I was listening in to her, like she was saying, you have to do it day and night consistently.
Right.
I've met so many actors that I work with. And let's talk about the men that don't have one.
A routine.
That don't have one at all. But working with me, I give them one. And I give them an easy routine. I give them pads so they can do the scrubbing, do the exfoliation. I give them a facial wash, and I make sure they have a moisturizer. So they can use, because now when we're not together, they have to still continue to do this so their skin can stay the same on the show throughout the time we're filming.
Right. And so that's key for you, because I always hear you speaking about continuity and making sure. And so, you don't want to have one of your celebrities or the actors with, clear skin one day, but then you have a pimple or something else that changes their look.
Yes, you definitely don't want that. And sometimes, things happen. You may get a pimple in the middle of your forehead. It's the little things that happen. That's just going to happen. But if we can take care and nip those things in the bud, trust me, if you follow everything I tell you to do, your skin will be amazing throughout the whole time we're filming. And I hope they continue that after the filming as well.
Right. And so, and let's speak to those on a daily basis. So it doesn't matter what your career is. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You can be teaching school. You can be, an administrator, whatever it is. Let's talk about levels of makeup application. I know people, we're all free. We have free will. We can do absolutely what we want. But should there be levels of makeup application? Should you wear like a full beat face, when you're just kind of going to Walmart? Like, let's talk about it. Let's keep it all the way real.
All the way real. You know what? I just think, I always hear, first of all, I always hear women say, oh, I don't need makeup. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need that. Well, in my opinion, being who I am, I think you need something. And people say, well, I wear eyeliner. That's makeup. you know, when I say makeup, people think it's always talking about putting on foundation and powder and all that. No, makeup is lipstick, eyeliner, and mascara. That's all you need. That's all you need if you're going to the store. And you know, as we age, we start to get dark circles around our eyes.
Right.
And you may do a little concealer, and that'll be fine. Let's do that. But that's all you need. And sometimes, depending where you work, your workplace, whatever you're feeling, you can do that. That can be your daily routine. Concealer, lipstick, eyeliner, and mascara. Out the door. Out the door. Because you don't need that much. You don't need that much. And that can take you, and that can take you 5 minutes.
Right.
It's a 5-minute routine. But I do love women who's going to take the extra steps. That's going to do their brows, you know, that's going to put a little powder on. That's going to put a little blush on. I get it. I love it. You know, it's a time and place for everything. But for those who beat every day, I'm like, take a break, because now you have nothing to look forward to. So say that you're beating your face every day, and now your significant other want to take you out to a special place where you dress up. You're gonna still look the same because you're always beating your face all the time.
There's no, so let's educate. Let's go back a little bit, because for those who may not know what beating your face means, okay? And so when I stated in the beginning that he has beat the faces, I don't want you thinking that he done Roy Jones knocked them out. Or anything like that. That is a term, a terminology that we use in describing, you know, being really made, you know, really, yes, and your face is, you know, you're stepping out and your face is beat, you know, that's what it means. And so
you're beating,
Geno, when you say
with whisk brushes.
Yeah, beating. That's right. Beating. Yeah, you see those brushes. We're going to get to whisk in a few minutes. Shouts out to our cousin Ricky Walker in the house. Hey, Ricky. I see Nicole in the house. How you doing, Sorah? So,
I see Brandy.
Everybody's in the house. They are here. I'm so glad you guys are here with us tonight. So let's talk a little bit more about that. I know for myself, and it's really important to me, my skincare journey, because I had a journey, believe it or not. There was a time, and I've always been, you know, pretty much on TV and radio. But when I first started, when I came out of Alabama and was in Florida, and my skin was like, where are we? What we doing? We're back home in this humid weather in Florida, and my hormones and stuff was acting up, baby. I had the worst acne. My face broke out extremely bad. And I was on 2 television shows in South Florida and on 99 JMs on the radio show. So I was always in front of people. And so I found myself, you know, it's embarrassing. You don't feel yourself. And so you're always wearing makeup to cover it up. But then when I started my journey with my dermatologist, I had to realize that in order for it to clear up, I had to back up. I had to back up on those times when I didn't need to wear makeup. I needed to give myself time to breathe.
Yeah. And that's so fortunate that you said that, because some women just say, I'm gonna go home and lay down. No. Don't go home and just lay down. All it takes is a quick wash you want to wash that off your face, because it's toxic to the skin. It can be toxic. You're sleeping, say that you get home 9 o'clock, you lay down. You don't wake up till what time? 5 or 6 in the morning. What do you think that's doing to your skin? That's getting into that's seeping into your pores. Hey, I tell them all the time, I say, please don't. Please don't.
And you're laying on your pillow. You're laying on your pillowcase. And so, you know, the germs, the bacteria, those things. And so we're talking about the pillowcases. We're talking about when you're sleeping. But how often should you change out those makeup brushes or the tools that you're using?
Exactly. Well, if you have great tools, if you have great makeup brushes like whisk, you should clean them every day. You should clean them every day. You know, I tell people you should clean them every day with a quick spray or whatever, and you should deep clean them once a week. Because once a week, sometimes that foundation can get locked in that brush, and you want to make sure you deep clean that brush so they can be fresh and ready for the week and get back fluffy. But you can do if you're doing light makeup, go ahead and do a spray to do a quick clean every day, because you want to make sure you're not adding bacteria to those brushes.
Right, exactly. Nicole Coco Venus has a question. She says, what's Geno's favorite foundation and concealer for Black women?
Oh, Coco, I don't have just one. But I will say this. For women of color, it's so many foundations and concealers that you can use that are great. But I'll say this. It starts with your skincare first. You have to prep your skin properly. You need a moisturizer, and you need a great primer. Or you can buy a primer and a moisturizer that's in the same package together, dual thing.
Gotcha.
Sometimes they have them both. Sometimes you can buy a product like All Nighter. All Nighter has one. It's by Urban Decay, and it's a moisturizer and a primer all in one. Yeah, and you can use that. You can use that. You know, if not, you can just because what it's doing is everything that you use, the moisturizer and then the primer is building layers to protect your skin. So when you add the foundation, you see you built the layers to protect your skin. And what that does is protect your skin, and is actually, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
You're protecting your skin, and you're actually building a foundation so the makeup can hold and have something to grab onto. Right.
Now, what about sunblock or your sunscreen?
Sunblock. Oh yes, you definitely just a thin layer of sunblock. You definitely need that. And I always tell people buy a product that has sunblock in it. So just in case you get it, if you forget the sunblock, your foundation has at least 15% or 20% sunblock that's in it. So So the answer to Coco's question, you can my favorite. Yeah.
Right.
My favorite foundation for women of color is I love Tom Ford. You know, I love Tom Ford. Tom Ford is really good. And, you know, Fenty is really good for women too. You know, Fenty is really good. So Tom Ford is like my absolute favorite, and Fenty is really good. I'll say that.
And Fenty. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Where does MAC fall in there? MAC was up here.
Now, MAC, for a long time, MAC was my favorite. But when other brands start coming out and creating things, and MAC is still in there because I still love their Studio Fix Fluid. Still one of the best, one of my favorites. You know, it's still great as long as you're using the proper skincare to go along with it. And people say, you know, they can say this and that about it, but I still love Studio Fix Fluid. I keep it in my kit as well, still. Because some people's skin, and you know, some skin types need it. Yeah, it's still a great
Shouts out to
foundation.
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
In the house,
and it's still inexpensive, and it's still one of those great foundations at a great price point.
Right.
Because, as you know, when you start getting, you know, and you want to get things with a great price point, because once you move forward into, like I said, the Tom Fords, and I love Armani, those are like $90, $100. So, you know, everybody can't afford that. So let's do more stuff that's affordable. Don't give up on MAC. That Studio Fix Fluid is still great for you, as long as you're using the proper primers and moisturizers, everything you need to prepare your skin for the foundation.
April says, I only wear makeup on special occasions, but I have a hard time getting the right color. How do you determine the right one?
Okay, so April, I would go into, I think the best place right now is probably going to like Sephora. They have specialists there that can help match your skin. You know, once you match your skin and you decide what type of undertones you have and what type of skin you have, you know, we have cool and warm undertones. And then you have oily, dry, and combination skin. Once you learn those things about your skin, and that's when you can start moving to foundations, learning what foundations work for you.
Right. Where is the best place to test your foundation color? Is it is it here? Is it on your face? Where is the best place to test that?
I go straight to the face. I like to go straight to the face. I like to go straight to the face because sometimes here,
it's light.
That's too light.
Right.
My face is not that light. And my face gets so pink and red. This doesn't get pink and red. So go straight to your jawline. I always tell people go straight to your jawline when you're testing. When I test my clients, I go straight to their fake jawline. I say, let's take that makeup off you. Or I tell them, don't wear any makeup. Yeah, go straight to the face because, you know, sometimes you have to get, this has to match. All this you want to match. Because sometimes your face is lighter than what your chest is. And sometimes it's vice versa. Your face is darker than what your chest is. Just because your chest is lighter don't mean that you have to make your face as light as your chest. You can make that you can compromise in between.
Right, exactly. Brandy says, Geno, how do you feel about lash extensions?
I hate them. I hate them. I know you weren't talking to me. I'm sorry. I tried to hold it in. I'm sorry, Geno. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Look, are we keeping it real over here? Let's talk about
all the way 100.
Brandy, I think me personally, I think it's one of the most disgusting things that people can have, especially if they're not cleaning them. Because what happens is once people are putting on all this type of different makeup and foundations and powders, and they're getting on the lashes. Now, if you're not cleaning that every day, what is that doing? That's adding bacteria and bacteria and bacteria.
Yeah.
I think they're cute. And I think they're pretty. But if you're not doing the necessary clean, get something, start cleaning like the what's the little cotton balls. And just take some type of oil to cleanser just to clean them every day. And I'll be okay with that, you know. But people have sat in my chair before, and I've seen the clunks and clunks and clunks of foundation and makeup. I was like, oh.
Okay, let's talk about the thickness. You know, what about these? The ones, you know, that I think it's the butterfly effect.
Let me go back and correct myself.
Right. It's the spiders.
Those are the ones that I hate. Those are the ones that I hate. Now, the ones that look natural.
The natural
if they look natural, I'm okay. I can live with that. The ones that's hanging off of the face, though, I can't deal with it. I can't have a conversation with somebody that's got eyelashes hanging off their face like that. I can't take you seriously, man. I swear. It's like the longer they are, the dumber you look. I swear, ladies, don't come for me. This is how I feel. It's how I feel. I'm sorry. Don't cancel
if they are out here and she batting her eyes.
My God.
Geno, so what's your take on that? Oh my gosh. I think we may have lost Geno on that. See, Major, you'd have made Geno go away.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
The internet just shut down.
Please, ladies. Hey,
all the ladies with the butterfly effect.
Ladies, earlier I said some things about lengthy lashes, and I gotta be honest, I'm looking at some of the thumbnail images on the comments, and I can see I'm probably not in great company. I want to apologize for my language.
Yes,
it's nothing personal. It's just not my preference.
Rachel, he did say the longer they are, the dumber they look. Yes, Major said that.
I should have taken time, Dee, before I let that come out.
Ricky says they can high five you with them.
Oh man,
much.
Yeah. See, I'm with April, man.
We can get Geno back in here so that we can close out with him at least, and so you guys can find out how to stay in touch with him, what his next projects are, and joining his tour that's coming up as well, and some of the things he's working on. So hopefully he'll be able to join back in. I'm hitting him up right now. And
I hope I didn't make him. No, I did not. I did not. Geno and I are cool, man. I love Geno, man. What are you talking about? Did he
No, he
ask him
was
if I made him? Ask him if I made him run because I
he was
really
war-
didn't
you
know.
know, nobody can make Geno
Oh,
run,
I
baby.
was about to say I didn't think so. I didn't think so. I
Absolutely
didn't think
not. No, he
Geno.
was about to
Geno
get
don't
warmed
seem
up
like
too.
okay, yeah.
I think it may have been his internet. So
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
I think
Y'all
it may have been the
got to
internet.
stop messing with that T-Mobile home internet service, man. I'm trying to tell you, if you don't get back and get Xfinity or something real like the AT&T fiber, then you're just not.
Oh my
You're not
goodness.
you're not trying to be online. Is what I'm feeling.
Major, well, at least you clarified it. It is
Yeah.
the natural look.
Yeah,
You know,
natural
I'm
is cool with
definitely
me.
all for
Natural
the
is cool.
natural look. The natural
Cool with
look.
that.
But
Yeah.
I've seen some, and you know what, the funniest the funniest rendition. I don't know if you've ever seen the guys on TikTok. There's a white guy that he does the little, you know,
yeah. Is it
and
like,
he
yeah, I
has the
saw that.
nails and stuff, and he's
Yeah, I
like,
saw
"Welcome
that.
to
Yeah.
the funeral home." Or
And so
something.
the other thing about the lashes, though, like, so I wanted to ask Geno, how do you stop them from ripping your real eyelashes out?
That was right.
Because I used to work with a girl, and one day I guess the lash factory was low or something like that because she didn't have the lashes on. I don't know how it worked, but one day she didn't have it. I couldn't figure out what it was about her. I was like, what in the hell is it about you that looks so different? And then she told me, like, she flat out said, well, I ain't got my lashes on. I said, where are the real ones? And she said, well, all the fake ones pulled the real ones out. That's why I don't have no real ones. And she said it with a straight face, DD. I mean, it wasn't even a joke. I didn't know how to feel about it. I didn't know if I should I didn't know she was being serious. But the fact, DD, I'm not even joking, man. She really said, I don't have no lashes.
Oh
confident.
my God. Did you really ask her where the real ones was?
I did, because I didn't see them. I had never seen that before, Didi. Geno, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to run you off. They think I ran you off. Would you please clarify for them, these people, that you and I are like best buds in real life?
We have laughed, baby. Major just told the story. His question to you, Geno, is what happens when they have those very heavy eyelashes or extensions on? What happens to their natural eyelashes?
Most of the time they don't have any there.
Right.
Most of the time after, especially that weight on that lash, because your lashes aren't as strong as your hair, you know?
Right.
They just, and baby, the way they have on it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. It's not my thing, you know? So
do they grow back? Like, do eyelashes grow back?
It's very difficult. Your eyelashes are very sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, they take a long, it's just like it's almost like when you lose a fingernail, how long it takes for that fingernail to
regrow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Geno, well, I am so happy that you were with us tonight. I want to talk before you go about Whisk. Talk about your makeup brush line, luxury makeup brush line.
Oh my God, this has been a love child of mine since I've started makeup, and I always put it off, like I'll do it one day, and then the pandemic happened in 2020. So it was the perfect time to start testing hairs and reaching out to different companies and who I wanted, how I wanted to look, what I wanted to feel like, and 2020 started the beginning, the birth of Whisk.
Yes.
Brushes, they are amazing. What makes these special, because most makeup brushes have a short ferrule, and this is a ferrule. I made it longer so your hairs can hold and they're deep in there so they won't shed.
Right.
So the shed is probably, I love to hear people talk about it because they tell me how awesome it is and how they don't shed, and that's what I want to hear, because I can talk about my brushes and tell you all the great things because they're mine, and I'm supposed to, because I'm trying to sell the product. But when my clients and customers talk about it, it just makes me very happy, and it's heartfelt, because this is a love project, and this is something I've always wanted to do, and I want people to have great tools to apply their makeup with.
Yes. And they are done with excellence. They are literally luxury makeup brushes. The set of 10, they come in a carrying case, which I absolutely love. So you can pack them up and take them with you. As Geno mentioned, there is no shedding. The brushes are nice and soft. So that means that your products go on very well and smooth and evenly. They are an amazing product. And guess what? It's the holidays, y'all. It's the holidays. And that means that Whisk by Geno would be a perfect holiday gift.
Perfect holiday gift.
A perfect holiday gift. So tell them how they can find Whisk by Geno.
You can find me on social media. It's on IG, Whisk by Geno. And then also it has its own website, whiskbygeno.com. And that's WHISKED by Geno.com.
That's right. Check out whiskbygeno.com and check out Geno, of course, on all his social media platforms. Geno, tell them again where they can find you on all your social media platforms.
You can find me on IG, Geno the Artist. You can find me on Facebook, Geno Freeman. Anywhere. Or guess what? Just Google me, Geno Freeman. You can find me.
Just look up my credentials. So listen, so what's next for you? What's next? I know you still have some tours lined up. But what's next? Any shows on the horizon yet? You probably can't talk about them. What about the Average Joe with actor Deon Cole and Tammy Townsend? You know, since the strike has just ended, Hollywood is trying to revisit things and make sure everything's on the flow, and we're waiting to hear. Yeah, I'm an equal opportunist right now. That's right. Well, Average Joe is an amazing show, and we definitely will be looking forward to the next season. The thing that I loved about Average Joe for you, and you've started to do this, is that you started working with what is that particular makeup called? What is that? You started doing?
It's special effects.
Special effects. That's it. Special effects.
Yes.
So amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. I want to say that I'm always elated to be able to speak about you and your talents and your success through the years, because I saw and was with you through the hard work. Yes. And so, I'm a strong believer that, hard work pays off, but your name, you will go before others and your name will be made great. And your name is great out here in these Hollywood streets. So I'm always so honored and proud to say, that's my cousin. And for those of you who are wondering like, oh, they probably play cousins. No, honey, we real cousins. That's why we don't be cousins.
What's this? Real for real?
We for real cousins. My grandma and his granddaddy were brothers and sisters. Okay. Right. But yes, cousin, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be with us. We definitely want to have you come back, especially when you're, when you start getting booked and busy. We want to have you come back and talk about what you have going on.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I enjoy myself. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting me. And to the followers, thank you for tuning in.
That's right.
You're on my list.
Man, come on, man. Everything's good. Everything. This went smooth, if you ask me. All this went smooth. This went smooth.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, you kicked me off.
I did not kick you off. That wasn't me. That was not me.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, that's dirty.
And before you go, Robin is in the building. She said, #what's up, Messy? She's here.
Messy T, listen, get out of here. Get out of here, Messy T.
Thank you again, cuz. Love you so much.
Love you.
All right. Oh my goodness. What a show. What a way to recognize National Healthy Skin Month with two of the top professionals in health, skincare, and beauty industry. Shouts out to Dawn Areaux, the esthetician, spelled with an A because she's an LMA. Okay, get that right. And shouts out to my cousin, celebrity makeup guru Geno, the artist Freeman. And shouts out to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. As we always say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's so important because you don't want to miss out on this great content, bonus shows, features, contests. You never know. But also, we are on your favorite streaming platform. So wherever you hear your favorite streaming platform, we are right there. You can't miss us. And don't forget to check us out on our Instagram page. It's Let's Talk About It, Didi Sky. So LTAIDIDISKKY. Go ahead and follow that on Instagram as well. And check me out, your girl DIDISKKY on all my social media platforms. Major, don't try to hide. Come on out from the closet and come on out, because I know you're scared.
Whoa, get you. Pause. Now, yeah, I ain't never been in no closet now. Come. Hey now, Didi, you done up now. And what the hell's that?
You are acting up to what in the world? Let me find out. You're having a good one tonight. Tell everybody how they can check you out, Major.
If you have anything left, guys, hit me up at Design by Major on all social media platforms. All right. This has been great. Right. Yes.
Again, thanks to our special guest tonight. And guys, stay tuned for another amazing show. You don't want to miss it. I'm your girl, the DIDISKKY. This has been episode 18, Face Off. Caring for the skin that you're in. Be sure to have a wonderful night. And before I go, you know what I say, go for your goals, reach for the stars, because the sky has no limit. Have a good night.